Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Shabbat shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well. Peace and salutations unto all the Akim, you brothers preaching his word in truth and in sincerity across the four corners of the earth. And shalom to the hopeful elect, you sincere believers scattered wherever you may be. All right, this is Brother Yaiquab.
How you up?
And going into just a quick hit over this TikTok clip our brother has sent me, beloved brother has sent me a couple days ago. And I decided just to put it on wax. Today, through the Spirit, Lord willing, will be edifying. So before we grab it, I wanted to grab this Amos 8 and 11. It reads, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord."
You have to realize that he's sending a famine of something that you're going to need most. Did he not say wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times? So people don't actually take into account how important these words truly are, but they will when they start to see this destruction and all of these different pestilence that the Lord is going to be sending on them. Then that's when they're going to want to turn to the Lord and want those words. But that's when it's going to be too late.
I'll just I'll read down to 13. It says, Amos 8 and 12, "And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. In that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst." And this is like the previous verse said, not a famine of bread, nor thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. Because this word is likened unto water, living water, the true water that's gonna, you know what I'm saying? What's the word they use? Replenish you, quench your thirst, nourish you, exactly. See, because it's gonna be young men, young women, or all ages for that matter, seeking answers in the times that we're coming into, but they're not gonna be able to find it. Prophets are gonna be put up, you know what I'm saying, and the understanding is gonna be shut unto them.
A good example of that is if you ever seen the book of Eli. The head honcho in charge, what he would do every day was send out a party, and they were looking for any type of book, but the main book that he was looking for was the word of the Lord. And they couldn't find it at all. But when they did finally find it, what was it? It was in Braille. So it was still beyond. It was still unable for them to understand.
God. So we're just gonna play this clip real quick, and then we'll go into it.
He chose to do that on Easter. The Bible was very in your face.
Pastor Greg Locke with Global Vision Bible Church says he feels targeted. Sunday morning, he recounts surveillance footage showing a trailer full of Bibles. He estimates roughly 200 being driven to the intersection in front of his church, doused with gasoline and lit on fire. His security team would not share the video with us, saying they didn't want to compromise the investigation.
I think they knew that we were going to have an extra barrage of people that were going to be here visiting from all over the country, and so, it blocked the main entrance to the church. And so it was unfortunate. We get a lot of pushback, we get a lot of hate for some of our religious and political stands, but to see, the Bible disrespected that way was a little unfortunate.
And perhaps not just disrespect. The Wilson County Sheriff's Office tells News 2 they're looking into whether this was a hate crime. That will depend on if they find that this was a, quote, bias-motivated act. News 2 asked Pastor Locke about alleged book burnings at the church, including Harry Potter books, and if he thinks that could have played a role.
The fact that they chose to do that on Easter, the Bible.
Yep, so it said in the heading of this news clip, it said it was unfortunate. Trailer full of Bibles burned outside a Global Vision Church Easter Sunday. And then the little caption on TikTok, it says, people burning Bibles, they're finding out that the Messiah is melanated. And with that being said, I'm going to grab a real quick Luke 17 and 13. No, Salaki. Luke 17. It might be, no, Salaki. 17 and it said, nothing will be hid. Nothing hid. Luke 8 and 17. So, like, God.
We're going to start. Okay, I got you. I'm there. I'll read it for you.
Okay.
This is Luke 8:17. It says, "For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad."
And that's, just to back up, like that caption said, are they finding out that the Lord was melanated? Because that's a big misconception that Esau, Edom pushed upon the entire world, the so-called white man, claiming that the Son of God was a so-called white man, which is not the case. So the truth is coming out that he was a so-called black man.
That goes back to when they said they changed the times and the laws thereof and hide the faces of the judges thereof. Because it's an inherent power to do so. So that was all a part of their objective. That is Psalms 93 and 83. Is it 90?
Or 83.
83. That's pretty much about that crafty counsel in order to put the whole, let's cut them off from their heritage, let them be no more. That was a part of it, because when you start to realize, okay, so if the Lord is melanated, then who are you? Because you said that you were the Jews, but are not the Jews come from Judah?
Right.
So that means that they will look like the Lord, but you don't look any like the Lord. Not saying that there aren't speckled bird out there, but we're talking about those the Amalekites, these people that are so-called faking to be the children of the Lord.
Right, the chosen, when they're not the chosen. But all this, it all plays in part of, symbolic that the famine of the word is coming. Because even though, and they're non-believers anyways, but the non-believers are going to perish for not believing. Those that don't believe in the word, period, let the bygones be bygones, so to speak. But this is all ushering in because they also in like different states, they're trying to ban the Bibles and
They're forwarding their gradualism
Yeah.
in order to pretty much bring forth what they want. They
Yeah.
want to bring forth a one world order underneath them. They want to be the new face. So that's how they're going to start gradually. First, they gradually told you that the Lord was of them. Now they're gradually pretty much saying, okay, well, we don't need this anyway.
Right.
It was a scripture about that.
A
foolish man says,
there's no God, or a fool said in the heart.
Yeah, that's another one too, though. Pretty much saying like we don't need him no more. But that's pretty much getting straight to the point. They act like they don't need the Lord anymore. They feel like they can rule this, or they got to what they got without the Lord, so they don't need him. But it's okay. What did the Lord say in Ezekiel 12 and down? He pretty much told them that this proverb.
I got you.
Yeah. Because that's a part of that proverb. That's a part of it. You have to realize that that's all a part of that Christianity doctrine. And what did Jake do? Jake, with their wickedness, proceeded to go on with their own little avenues and just let it flourish in wickedness.
This is Ezekiel 12 and 22. It says, "Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying, the days are prolonged, and every vision faileth? Tell them, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel."
So that's what Israel's been doing. They've been following after the father, the devil, pretty much believing that since the Lord doesn't act exactly when they do their wrong, that there is no Lord. But what you have to realize that's just like these big high crime families. A judge doesn't just make his first move, because you have to realize that they have a way out. What does a judge do? He waits. He lets the case build. So when he does bring down that gavel, you have no way of escaping. That's the same thing the Lord is doing to these people. So all of these vain divination of them saying the Lord's not going to come back, the Lord's not going to fulfill what he said was going to happen. And some people believe the Lord's not real. It's all false. It's vain divinations. Things that aren't going to become true. Did it not say, let every man be a liar and that the Lord be the truth? Roughly paraphrasing.
God. Oh, let me finish up that little bit. It says, at the end of verse Ezekiel 12 and 23, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision.
So that's what the days we're going into. Yeah, we're not fully in that day yet, but we're in the precursors. We're at the contractions before the birth. So these are precursors of what's going to happen. Yes, we're going to have famines. Yes, we're going to have rumors of wars. Yes, we're going to have that famine of the word coming. So while the time is getting good, or while the time is good, get to getting. Pretty much hit that fire sale while it's available. Get all the wisdom and knowledge so that when that time does come that it's no longer able to be accessed, you already are built up. That's like that wise man who built his house upon a rock. If you're not going to be a bad wise man who built a house upon a rock, what's going to happen when the winds came and the rain descended, roughly paraphrasing? You're going to get swept away.
I have something quick. I just did a quick little Safari search. I typed in Bibles banned, and it says It says in one of them, a Utah school district has removed the Bible from some school shelves. But this one, it says 52 countries, or Bibles. It says dangerous, illegal, covert. And then down in the article, it says illegal may not strictly be true, but it might as well be in most of these places. The Voice of the Martyrs map categorizes countries where Bibles are either 1, difficult or dangerous to obtain, 2, illegal or highly restricted, or 3, strictly illegal and only available through covert smuggling. And then it goes on to list some of them. I'll get some of the big ones like Afghanistan, Iran, North Korea, Saudi Arabia, China, Cuba.
What are most of the places you just named?
Go ahead, you got it.
Most of the places you just named are the same places that are going to be a part of those great armies that will come down the Valley of Jehoshaphat and fight against the Lord.
Yep.
So the main places that we're going head to head with are the main places that are starting to get rid of the Lord. Does that not make sense?
Yeah, it says Colombia, Egypt, Iraq, Jordan.
And if you say Egypt, yeah, speaking on that Egypt, but we already know the spiritual Egypt is on the same accord. They're trying to get rid of it.
Facts. It says Pakistan, Philippines, Sri Lanka, Syria, Turkey, United Arab Emirates, Vietnam. But the thing is, they don't know that still with all these things, the elect is gonna get sealed regardless. You know, yep. and that's when the winds of destruction are gonna be set forth. You know, because let me just grab it real quick, because the scriptures say it's needs be that these things must come to pass, and one of those things is having the word preached. Real quick, it says, straight to the point, Mark 13:10, and the gospel must first be published among all nations. And think that good news is only, that gospel is only for the Israelites, but there's also news for the heathen as well.
Within that good news.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? The destruction that's coming. So this word, period, this word going around the four corners of the earth, you know, basically to mark everybody.
Yep.
You know, and then the end is going to come.
Whether they hear it for bear.
Whether they hear it for bear. You know, it's just the, it's the Spirit of the Lord moving particular men to preach the gospel. Mm-hmm. But we're coming into the times where, you know what I'm saying, his men are going to be removed off them streets.
Yep.
You know, and the word of the Lord is, like I said, is going to be a famine of the word of the Lord. So get it while you can.
Get it while it's hot.
Get it while it's hot. And that was basically it. You got anything? So with that, hey, Lord willing, this was edifying and exhorting.
Click hit.
Again, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors again to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, Wa Kwam Yasharal. Shalom.